the National ESL Finals, sorry, Best of Three series.
Isn't it a best of three?
Best of three, quite correct. Best of
Jeez,
three.
man.
First game of the best of three National ESL Finals for the North American realm. And we do have CLG being played here in the bottom row. We do have OhGodBears up top for CLG. Olaf being played by Saint Vicious. Hotshot GG on Alistar. Big Fat LP on Ash. Elements on Swain. And Chaucer on Shen. Who do you got there, sir?
Wow. So that okay. So yeah, like I said, I'm a cutie pie and Urgot. Get a fabulous little moo. Tarek on played by Lightning. Gang played by V-Man7. Signed by the Crutch. I'm actually really surprised that Elements is the dude. So let me go ahead and get my cloth armor 5 pots going on. Gotta, do all kinds of fun things. Bam. And observer mode. So I know Elements does like to play solo mages. But I'm actually surprised. I guess he's been actually playing Swain, and the other team is not. So he always said that he liked Swain against a mass melee comp, and this is 4 melee plus. Actually, it's Cinco de Melee. This team is Cinco de Melee. So that is like he had said that I like Swain against melee comps, and you sure enough got a lot of melee bros there. So Swain's the pick there. It's gonna be hard to jump onto Swain because all being melee can make things difficult. Open up with Thorn Shield for his opening item. Um, but Ash played by Big Fat LP, and that means Chaucer's down to playing Shen. So cool stuff there. Olaf, Cloth Armor 5 pots, quite obvious from Saint Vicious.
Same there for Rammus. Again, he will be off in the jungle. We do have the jungle being invaded right now, though, by CLG. They are going to be looking for the blue. They are going to find Ghetto Fabulous. He's going to rock right into them, but no. Swain throwing down, or not Swain, Shen throwing away his taunt. Does not going to get that, but the exhaust is going to be a quick first blood here. A minute 25 into the game. Number 1 flash coming out of there, but that's going to really put that Yordle behind in his circuit.
Yeah, that was really, really huge right there. Certainly, yeah, the Flash did dodge all the stuns. Shen whiffed his taunt. The Alistair and the Alistair stun and the Swain root were all whiffed as well, thanks to that Flash. But the Flash didn't go over the wall, so that really hurt him quite a lot there. So, good like early first kill. Now Amumu will be behind. He is no longer at the golem at spawn. So Alistair now still going to be harassing around. Hotshot GG taking only utility spec. Does not have movement speed quints, so he probably armor pen everywhere else. 16 armor, 2 magic resist, so looks like that might be. I almost want to say armor per level seals. That doesn't sound right, but no, sorry, it's 10 armor now instead of 8. So he's got probably mana yellows. And this is too obvious. Yeah, Alistair coming in there is going to gank Amumu, and he really could just run and throw a pulverize out there. There's nothing they could do about it. So he's forcing Amumu back, and Amumu is going to be so far behind now. This is going to turn the game. All right, well, here we go. Alistair, ooh, nice play by Urgot. Dodges that stun. Is going to put a lot of damage out on a hot shot. And, yeah, so Deny Plague will, in fact, be bought. And we have, oh, that's cute, a roaming Tarek. Okay. So Tarek's going to roam over and try to help his team out. This is going to be a little bit dangerous for this Amumu. He's getting lower and lower in health. And if Alistair lands a pulverize, he could die. So Tarek is now in here. Tarek can tank this and probably be fine. Scion can leave it to lend a helping hand. And, of course, now we just have Gangplank just spam denying against this Shen. And look at this, and, of course, bottom lane is pushed all the way back. So, yep, Tarek and Amumu doing their job. Getting this golem and Amumu there with a smite. We'll be able to finish this camp off comfortably at last.
Yeah, definitely put behind
And
a little bit.
level 2. Okay, so yes, Olaf already level 3 and has finished Lizard, and Amumu just barely starting on a second camp. So certainly, Amumu quite a far bit behind, but it doesn't matter. It's usually the long run that matters the most. As we can see, top lane is not really gankable on either side, so the availability of jugglers is not super important just yet.
Well,
Bottom lane, however, that one's where all the action's going on.
there's also a difference in the items. Like right now, we're on 1 health pot left for Ghetto Fabulous, whereas we just popped one right there for Olaf. But look at that, we have Hotshot up top with Elements jumping in here on Cutie Pie. Misses the axe throw. Saint Vicious getting duked out a little bit there. And look at that, he defends 3v1 up top. Very remarkable job.
Yeah, really good play by this Urgot to not die there at all. Good juke, of course, on the route from Elements, and then yeah, just managed to juke the Olaf axe as well. Did burn Ghost probably because he saw Olaf, but overall good play. I feel like Olaf could have probably played it a little bit differently though, and no, I take that back. Urgot was putting up too much damage for for Olaf to try to 1v1 him, so that was the right play to just back off. Um, and I think Urgot did a good job of just getting away.
So we got, what, Ashe and Scion going head-to-head in the mid. Lumberjack Scion. I can only just remember that joke you made about guaranteeing it. It gets me every time. But he is going up mid against Big
Are
Fat
hilarious.
LP. And Ashe right now is at actually getting out-farmed by Scion. Ashe is at 16 last hits. Scion blowing up his shield quite a bit. It's up to 27. You don't see that often.
Wow, nice. Yeah, that's really good play. And actually, the interesting thing is you can see actually like CLG is like tied entirely on last hits with Alistair roaming. Everyone's at like 16, 17. And we have a big disparity here as like Urgot doesn't have a lot of last hits and Amumu's behind, but you can see that both V-Man and Crutch are doing a very good job of last hitting and out farming the lanes that they're against. And that's actually really strong to have happen for you. So yeah, it's looking pretty happy. And of course, there's the deny. Of course, that's probably why Chowster is low on plenty of last hits, is because they've been denied by Gangplank the entire time. But going to be soloing once more, has two Fairy Charms as the opener. I'm not sure why you would get two Fairy Charms instead of, I guess maybe if he's going Philosopher's Stones, but why you get Fairy Charms over Meki Pendant. But if he's going Philo Stones, it makes sense. I'm not sure why you'd need two, but
Isn't it also a
for time,
component
it's
for
okay.
Tiamats?
It is a quota for Tiamat. I'd be surprised if he went Tiamat. I guess it would work. I could see why that would happen. I just don't think it's the the way to be. I don't know. Like maybe it's actually amazing. I don't know. I've never seen it used, and to just see Tiamat Gangplank in a tournament would feel really weird to me.
Well,
Maybe it's the business. Maybe that's fine, but
the only reason I bring it up is I remember I had a conversation actually with a Riot employee about Tiamats, and your Gangplank bot on your bot showcase had like 3 or 4 of them, and he was critting for something silly like 1900. That's the only reason I bring it up because it just tickles the back of my mind.
oh no. What happened was a community member decided he was going to try out Tiamat Gangplank with a Wriggles, and so we got 5 Tiamats of Wriggles Lantern, and that splash bonus, or that damage bonus from Wriggles actually splashes, and so he was basically just sort of um, he would shoot a minion and just 1900 splash damage like everyone around him, and it was really painful. Um,
Mid.
yeah, that's what it was. That's the thing that happened. Cutie doing a very good job last hitting. Oh, there's a kill. I missed it completely. Why didn't you tell me about this? I thought you were I thought you were gonna watch this.
I said mid.
Scion and Mumu. You say it loudly. Say it loud enough, or just take over and start yelling about this fight.
Fair enough, but yeah, Scion comes in with the flash, the
Interrupt me if I'm
stun. We
screwing up.
had
It's
we
okay.
had a Mumu. Quiet down now. Had a Mumu jump in, and the ignite caught her right after the turret. So I'll fill you in. Don't you worry.
Okay. So very good gank. First blood. Actually, not first blood because Mumu died right away. But second blood going to OhGodBears, and they're looking pretty good. They've got really good last hits on Gangplank and Scion. Urgot's catching up, and actually they have the top 3 minion killers in the game. And I mean, sure, CLG is right behind them, and Olaf is ahead of Amumu. But this is looking pretty happy for OhGodBears so far.
Well, yeah, other than that first blood, as you did say, that was kind of just a massacre of the Yordle. But right now, I mean, good numbers coming out for the creep kills. All 3 lanes are basically either pushed or, in the case of the bottom, being denied very healthily. And it's really going to start showing the longer this goes on. I mean, right now, Alistar, level 3 in the deny plank lane. And whereas deny plank himself, I'm going to call him Deny Plank from now on, is level 6. He's upgraded now to 2 Philosopher Stones. So I guess we are not going to be seeing those
Okay.
Tiamats.
Yeah, so yeah, definitely. Gangplank probably got a lot of gold really early. He's already got himself up to 2 Philosopher Stones, and will probably sit with that for a long time and go right for the Infinity Edge and such. So they're going to really hope for a longer game than here. Of course, mass parlay spam, and of course the Philosopher Stone health regen as well. Going to let him stay in lane for pretty much ever. So B-Man doing just a good job of really farming himself up. 59 minion kills. He's actually at a pretty decent pacing. Oh, actually misses that last hit there. Hits it too early. Um, so let's see. Up at we do have a Tarek waiting in the wings. Lightning, of course. on level 4 because he is roaming as a support. And Cyan over there gonna drop a ward down, and will they do anything to Ashe? It doesn't seem like they will just yet.
Well, we don't have the flash up on Scion, so it's very hard to cross that distance, especially when she has that slow arrow. She is level 8. She also has her stun arrow up, and that's going to be a big amount of damage. It's very hard to tower dive, especially at this low level. But I mean, level 8 on the Scion with the Death's Embrace, he could make a few shots. I just don't think it's going to be very worth it for them, as they do not seem to want to do that. Tarek's going to cycle down south instead.
Yeah, indeed. So Terran will come back down south. They could probably go for I guess they don't have a lot of damage for Shen, but they could go for the Shen regardless and just throw up a stun and throw some auto attacks on there. But basically, Chester will get to solo pretty easily for a while here. St. Vision's up to level 7, has Wriggles. The Amumu level 6 gonna get his Lizard buff, and he's gonna have. Oh wow, he's got Boots of Swiftness as a pickup, so he's gonna go for that movement speed to help try to gank. Olaf will ward the top of the lower jungle right here. Gets a nice look into the ingress there.
Oh
Ooh,
no!
good dodge there on the Ashe arrow. That would have been a dead Scion otherwise. Ashe trying to get that ult out, and yes, so Scion paying attention, dodging that quite handedly, and of course Olaf not getting anything either. So let's see, Urgot trying to harass down onto Swain, does not land the Noxian Corrosive Charge, so there will not be a lot going on down there. Hotshot GG has grouped up with Alistair at the bottom.
I know St. Vicious doesn't know this, but he's actually sitting right on top of a ward. So whatever kind of gank he wants to get out of here, it's not going to happen. Actually, we have Ghetto Fabulous going to come in. Bandage Toss does land. Anyway. He does have that ultimate up. I just don't think the damage was there, though, because we had Shen show up and to show them who's boss, and even Hotshot throwing in an appearance at the party, although he didn't go home with anyone there.
Wow. I'm actually surprised that they went for this because they knew it was a 2 versus 2 and they knew the enemy team had Shen. Like, there's no way they had the... Like, they have burst damage, but they don't have sustained damage, so I don't know why they need the Amumu ultimate for Scion to throw out his default nukes. So good stuff from Scion. That will keep Tarek alive. He would have died to Alistair otherwise. So it was good foresight from Bekrutched. But that kill will give CLG a free dragon. V-Man not going for it at all. They know it's gone. They will CV, but no one can get rid of that, so... nothing done just yet. And they're going to be pretty much safe.
Well, 12 minutes in, 3 kills on the boards. We are sitting at about a kill every 4 minutes or so. The average, it seems, of this tournament. Whoa, big Ashe arrow again being avoided by the Scion. Definitely keeping on his toes. And he only has the tier 1 boots of speed. And it shouldn't be that hard to land it, especially the big comment coming out of there. Especially that close. Big fat LP should be able to land those on a much better consistency. But it's just not happening. Just not happening.
And indeed, so good clairvoyance. They did find Shen in the back. They were trying to orchestrate a tower dive onto Urgot, but Urgot had already recalled anyway, even before the clairvoyance. So they're going to be safe there. Shen will just kind of chill up at the top of the map, probably recall now, realizing there's nothing else for him to do. His ult should still be down for a little while, of course. Free double buffs thanks to his the failed gank in mid, which puts CLG at a 2-to-1 advantage, and plus a dragon, so... CLG is looking pretty right now, but Scion, 97 minions, way above Ashe's 70, so pretty awesome play so far here. Good last hitting from these players. V-Man at 86, Urgot at 78. So again, still the top 3 last hitters in the game. And now Amumu catching up a little, no, actually still fairly far behind, 13 behind Olaf. But at least the same level on both sides, so... it feels like, you know, the global advantages are somewhat in CLG's favor with the dragon and the extra kill, but minion farm does mean a lot, especially with champions like Scion, who can actually become impossible to deal with. But both teams basically have 3 carries, and V-Man leaves the game. He blue pilled and then left the game after pilling, so I'm not sure what happened there. But Amumu is stuck alone, trying to defend this tower. Now Tarek is coming in. They could really go for some damage here. Amumu should have stayed in range and just landed up like Bandage Toss and kept them in tower range for a long time. That I think would have been the better play there, but oh well.
Well, while Tarek does cycle down south, we do have Olaf going to be coming up behind Sion there. I'm not too sure if Sion has the means to get out of the big arrow is going to hit him
Arrow hit,
right
finally.
there. And in comes Shen. Shen's going to be getting a taunt off, but we do got the flash. If we have Big Fat LP, they're going to be flashing as well. That should easily be a kill. A little bit of a tower dive, but Chaucer there, he's fairly tanky with that Shen. He does have himself already Giant's Belt, Chain Vest, Heart of Gold. This could be their first tower of the game.
Yeah, very good job by CLG. Finally, Ash landing that arrow. And actually, they did it right this time. They actually waited for Olaf to initiate to force Sion to go one direction, and then they turned around for the rest of it. And wow, so much damage coming out from Olaf. Actually misses his axe throw, but it's okay because the self-damaging strike doing so much damage there. And actually, Element's doing a very good job as well. Actually soloed Urgot down, so that is a nice 3-kill swing right there for CLG and a Golem steal. So really, really awesome stuff so far from these guys. They're doing really well for themselves.
Oh, they're this #1 seeded team for a reason, right? World champions and all. The hype
Oh yeah, for sure.
is backing them up. Well, we do have Ghetto Fabulous. He's going to find Saint Vicious over here. I'm not too sure he's going to have the mana or the DPS to do it right now. He's kind of a little tanky, not really big on the whole damage factor. But because of that kill, Sion was able to go back to town, picked himself up that needlessly large rod. Likely going to be seeing that Rabadon's coming out.
Yeah, indeed. So, Sion's all nice and beefy. He has died once, but he at least has something to his credit. Yeah, he got that kill early on when they did get that gank. So, you know, Sion's gonna be carrying the weight of his team. He's still the first one above 100 mini kills, and he's heavily above it. No one's, I guess, there's one guy at 90, and it's on his team. So, VMan7 is finally back. Thankfully, he at least got gold from the Philosopher's Stone in the meantime. But that's really unfortunate for him to be DC'd. I'm surprised that every single game someone disconnects, and I don't know what's going on. That's really strange to me. It's always like one guy just like has trouble randomly. I don't know what that is, but Tarek soloing bottom against Shen. Tarek is 6 at least, but he's not very beefy. He has not a lot of resists on himself. But yeah, we shall see. Swain doing what he can. 86 minion kills, 96 on Ash. There we go, the first 90 for CLG. 77 on Olaf is really, really high. St. Vish is doing a very good job clearing out these waves.
Oh, good old Cox Internet. Poor Arizonans. But yeah, V-Man, he comes right back, picks up that Ionian Boots of Lucidity, basically the cooldown reduction boots, and 2 Avarice Blades. So we finally see some crit coming out for him, and hopefully, you know, he'll be able to execute his build. He did sell his health potion for some mana pots, and not too sure what he's exactly after other than just relying on his scurvy to keep him up. But I mean, good amount of potions will do good. Oh, not very good for Ghetto Fabulous. He gets off that ultimate, and unfortunately that's about all he's going to get off as he runs into 3 heroes down here. Now we do have CLG with both red buffs, and now Tarek, he kind of is like, oh, I don't want to go up there, so he will be okay. I'm not too sure about Gangplank though. He's sticking around here. We do have Hotshot GG in hot pursuit. They are going to be throwing down their goes. V-Man does stay in the creep, and oh, good flash. That's not going to be enough though. Big damage going down.
Unfortunate timing. Oh, Sion might get that kill. No, Shen will ult onto him, so he will not get the kill on Olaf. He will try to flash in, but no, he gets taunted at the perfect time. Oh, that's just unfortunate for you. And now he's going to get chased down into the tower. Hotshot will just jump in there and stun, and that is some pain right there. Chowser taking the damage from the tower, but he has so much armor it doesn't even matter. Lightning not able to do anything, but he does stun Ash, and Ash is in tower aggro, and that won't be enough damage, so that is another clean set of kills. 9-1 now for CLG. Complete stomp right there. That's a little bit unfortunate. If he had eaten oranges a half second later, maybe that would have helped him against Ash. I don't know, but you know, there's another tower kill right there. So that's I believe the first turret kill of the game for real this time. But they do have top at half and mid low.
Overall, solo mid really doing.
Really good play from CLG, and the Dragon's back up.
Wow, I just said solo mid. Totally meant Counter Logic Gaming.
Fail.
Yep. I'm going to go hang my head in the corner and join a Moo Moo.
Aww. Oh, but Shen and Amumu doing battle. That's an Ash arrow, and you are so dead, Amumu. A good headbutt from Alistair. Alistair getting pretty low, does not have a lot of health left on him, so he's going to have to back out. But The dragon was killed, so it's 2 dragons in a tower, and plus 8 kills. So CLG doing a very good job. And remember, after this game, there will be at least a game 2, possibly a game 3. So don't go anywhere. There will be more League of Legends coming up featuring CLG pretty much crushing faces from so far, but I don't know. I feel like there's going to be something to change during the series.
We're only 19 minutes into the game, so I mean we're still transitioning from early to mid, and as we did see like that first game, Counter Logic Gaming up against who was it? It wasn't Rock Solid, it was Low Elo. I mean, they didn't win their early game either, but they were able to come back after that pivotal moment. We might see something similar here, or maybe CLG is just gonna, close the casket on Oh My God Bears. Well, so yeah, the future is always unknown.
It's true, and they are still holding themselves in the top 2 left hitting slots. V-Man, of course, taking up 5th place only because he was disconnected, though. Would otherwise be around 140 probably for himself. So just really, really good gold gain despite losing the globals. Still good individual gold gain on the right people for OhGodBears. And actually, St. Vicious now only 4 minions ahead of Amumu, so Amumu's catching up as well. Now, granted, the kill count is really good, 3-0 and 3 on that Olaf. Versus, obviously 0-3 and 1, not so happy on Amumu. So Olaf still has, significantly more gold, but at least, minions mean something, and it's good to see that they're catching up, and that can probably keep happening. Ghetto misses a stun, probably should have waited for Scion to cast that. The Crutch will still have that shield up, and will cast when hot shots. Oh, Ghetto Fabulous, why'd you go that way? Why would you do that? You could escape just by going down. You ran towards the enemy team. That was such a mistake. And Urgot's getting caught right there. Elements is up on top of it. And here comes the damage up. St. Vicious putting out so much damage. Will flash, but Ignite will do enough damage that Urgot will just completely fall down. And Elements doing some good stuff so far.
Pretty sure the flash came out of Swain, and Swain, of course, all damage can be increased, including that ignite, so really just ticked him down. I did see the flash there, but Urgot, of course, is not going to be enough, so to speak. 11-1 now, and another tower kill to their name. Swain is just going to be pushing this top tower with another 2 minion waves, might be able to get it down, or maybe we're just going to have some help here from his teammates. They are going to be sniping this blue, and it's going to go to Ash, because we already have one on Olaf, so both blue buffs right now for Counter Logic Gaming, and it does look like Oh My God Bears is kind of just penned up in the middle. Can't really go past that first tower of theirs.
Yeah, this is not looking too good for OhGodBears. They do have an extra 2 gold per second just from items on Gangplank, so we can eventually scale out this game. I can see it happening. Because one thing that actually happens though is the item buy is generally very specialized. And wow, a 22-minute Infidels for Ash with 3 Doors Blade, very good there. But people generally itemize very specialized. And so what you end up seeing is people who don't have a lot of armor, if they're not basically Olaf and Shen. Alistar has no base armor. Swain won't build any armor until he gets Zonia's. Ash, of course, is not as well. So this Gangplank will, if he lands a crit, will just crit someone who's squishy for like 500 damage every basically 5 seconds. And that's going to be really, really dangerous. So I still see it working out quite well. There we go, following him around.
Bottom lane.
Yep, so there is Shen trying to get away. But here is Taric. There's a Clairvoyance. Taric will keep saving his stuns. Stuns in tower range, very good choice right there. But Shen's still ghosting away as fast as he can. Going to get into some more towers, and he's actually going to get back to the rest of his team as they're pushing mid, and they have killed Scion in the middle of the map. And Shen's still getting chased down. They will finally probably kill Shen. Lots of damage coming out from Taric and the rest of the crew. There's the exhaust. He's going to jump over a wall.
Beautiful.
Yep, he jumps over the wall. Amumu. No, Amumu can pick this one up very easily. There's Olaf, though. He's got to be careful. He's not going to get it. But this Amumu is taking some shots, and he has died. And that was very good play right there.
That was phenomenal.
Living was hilarious. That was just too funny. And wow, the damage output on that Taric, so incredibly high. Big Fat LP, that Infinity Edge on Ash just means so much damage. You just saw him get dropped repeatedly so hard. And that's one of the things that I like about roaming Alistar more than roaming Taric, is that if you have no items on Alistar, you can still be extremely tanky with your ultimate, but Taric actually has to get health and armor items, the magic resist, to actually survive through his abilities. And wow, another kill goes off on a Gangplank. Gangplank dying pretty hard to Swain right there in the middle of the map. I guess he was trying to pick up Ashe, was not quite able to. So
He took a
getting
full
better
arrow
and
in the
better for
face,
CLG. They're
so
up 15-1. Took an arrow to the face. Well, that would probably get you killed then. At least their lizard's up. That's good news, right?
always, yeah, it's always good to know that your red is there about to be taken by a Shen. That's always positive news for anyone. Yeah, but at a 15-1 score, I'm a little surprised we haven't seen a surrender vote. It was changed to 20 minutes, and we're at about the 25-minute mark. And you know those words I was saying about how you can't really tell the future? It's becoming a slimmer and slimmer future at this point that we're going to see OhGodBears actually make some kind of decent stand. Now, we were talking a little bit about Gangplank, how he can try to outscale the enemies to that effect. All that extra gold he's been generating has gotten himself a BF sword, but it's still a far cry from an Infinity Edge, especially at 25 minutes into the game.
Yeah, absolutely. So, and another dragon is just going to CLG right now. St. Fish is soloing that up quite nicely. He already has Atma's Impaler. Actually, not even building magic resist. Apparently, he's just not concerned about Scion. And Ashe helping him out there. But yeah, went 2 turtle shells into Atma's with the only magic resist being Mercury Treads. And that's it. He doesn't even have defense spec. He's actually has built himself 2109. That's how St. Fish actually plays Olaf. It's a 2109 masteries and armor penetration, attack speed blues. Everybody puts on yellow. It might be dodge. Doesn't really matter though, regardless. And let's see. So CLG, towards the back, they're gonna, I guess, regroup before making another push. Ashe has picked up a BF sword, which means almost definitely Bloodthirster. It could be Black Cleaver though. Both are good options.
A little sleepy there, sir?
And let's see. I was stretching. It's only 6 p.m. I'm fine. But I wanted to stretch because I've been sitting down for a while, and it forced out a yawn. But now a little bit of downtime, of course, as the players are sort of retreated towards the back of the map a little bit. Trid will be going for a Force of Nature. And OhGodBears finally clearing out some wards in their jungle. Not a lot of ward control on either side. We look at OhGodBears, they have a ward on Baron, and that's it. CLG also has no wards, so both teams without any vision at all. But apparently no one's concerned about Baron that much anyway. Oh man, OhGod is getting destroyed by the CLG team. He's getting dropped down by Chain CC. They're going to be in range for Amumu again. Good stun there, but it just won't matter. That is a dead Amumu. Hotshot actually picking that one up. Man, let's see what these guys can do. They're going to go up towards top. Okay, this should be actually a pretty easy tower kill at this point. Jester running in there, just, yeah, damage up, but going off on this turret. And let's see, can they pick up this golem? Yes, and that will go to elements. That's a good choice there. Giving Swain a golem buff is really, really awesome. He really does require mana. And here we go. CLG is going for the Baron Dasher. Now, OhGodBears knows that they're doing this, so let's see if they can make this work correctly. They're going to run in there.
We got wards though. So we do know that they have 2 there, but they only know that 2 have been shown up. We don't have anyone dead, but there goes the Gangplank ultimate, going to be clearing them out of there. Baron Nashor will live another day, but no, Scion's going to be taken out. Saint Vicious with that stun of his, but that's going to leave the rest of everyone to run for it. Lightning is getting focused down pretty hard. Elements likely out. Element's going to be taking that one, but Chaucer is going to be running for his life. Hotshot's pretty low as well, but Big Fat LP, another big arrow to the face. This OhGod just really not doing it for the arrows. He used to be able to dodge him, not so much anymore. We do have a bandage toss trying to go in. Swain was taken out, so we finally have some kills here on the board for OhGodBears. So 2 for 2 right there. We are going to try to get Chaucer out of there. He will get out. Hotshot GG likely not going to be as lucky. A good headbutt going to be forcing back that Scion. And there goes the Pulverize. Got the shield coming in from Shen. Shen might be able to do some work here to Ghetto, but was that a crit? Was that a crit?
Oh man, Chester picks up Ghetto Fabulous. Oh, they can't pick up the kill. No, basically, so V-Man was 1v1ing Ashe all day. And so V-Man didn't get any crits at all. And Ashe, of course, got the first crit and dropped V-Man extremely low. But then Ashe didn't get any more crit luck. And what happened was, basically V-Man ate oranges, tanked one more shot, and he got his parlay back up, and just completely soloed Ashe. It was no luck at all on really either side. Ashe got her free crit for her passive, and then everyone else just hitting each other, and it was just really good play from V-Man. I didn't actually see Shen pick up the kill on a Moo, but they ended up trading out quite nicely. Shen coming in there using the save. Alistar doing really good headbutts to survive. I'm impressed with Alistar not dying at all. That was definitely a good play on his part.
Yeah, no, I didn't actually realize he got out. I kind of just assumed he died afterwards. But, I mean, Chaucer was able to get back to town, and that allowed him... Where did Shen go? I can't find Shen. Oh, there he is. So, yeah, Shen, he was able to get back to town, and he healed up, and he was able to get back to the fight with that ultimate. So, great play overall by everyone. It turned out to be a 3-for-3 exchange, so 20-4 is now the score. And I'm a poet and didn't even know it.
No.
Aww.
Did CLG not see that ward? He walked into the arena and didn't see the ward. Oh, that's an Ashe. Whew, 500 damage. That's a pretty default crit. No, Ashe got the stun, and there's the rest of the team. This is a dead Scion. Putting the damage that he can on Ashe, but it's not going to matter. Down he goes, and this is going to be an easy push, I think, for CLG. And actually, a Moo taking a lot of damage thanks to Swain. This is actually looking really bad for them. They're going to get a free tower. It's a 5 versus 3.5, basically. And that's not going to be happy sauce. So there is an Infinity Edge and a Last Whisper on Gangplank. So Gangplank now has shown up with some power. He's got 44% crit just from items, and probably more to come with runes. So, but CLG, okay, they do know they're going for Baron. CLG can stop this. They do have the Gangplank ultimate and a lot of damage up on him. Big Fat LP is actually in the front, which means that he can be dropped down by Gangplank quite nicely as well. There's a damage up. Good job by OhGod. Crystal Charge coming out, doesn't quite get it there. And they're going back in for Baron. Baron's still at half, and they don't know it anymore. There's the Clairvoyance. It's going to be too late. Gangplank will ult. Almost definitely. There we go. Gangplank ults, but no. Olaf does a very good job coordinating his E with Smite and taking that kill, and not a lot of damage done otherwise. They have to now, yep, there's the Ghost Spam trying to get away from Swain, and he will miss that W. And let's see if they can. Never Move is the name. Oh, Ash Arrow, finally! There we go. Cutie Pie does dodge that. And let's see what these guys can do.
Well, likely going to be taking this...
They will back off and kill minions.
Yeah, they're going to kill the minions and push this top lane. I mean, 4 of them there with that Baron buff should easily be able to take on the 4 here for defense. Alistar is going to cycle back to mid. If he can push up that lane, it's going to be 2 lanes now for OhGodBears to worry about. And that's really what you want to do, divide and conquer in these kind of situations. But it's just such a big power ball going to be coming down this top lane from CLG.
Yeah, they're already here. They're all ready to push on this turret. And they're not committing too heavily because they're only ranged is Ashe and Swain. And Ashe, if Ashe gets picked upon, she's dead instantly. Like, if she walks into range of OhGod, she dies. So they have to be extremely careful about that, which makes them pushing towers very difficult. But, oh, nice try. OhGod did flash, was not able to get the swap off before Ashe flashed back out. So, Ashe will be okay. Scion blowing up some minions. Gangplank denying some minions.
Shen mid.
Pretty standard. Shen is indeed pushing mid, doing some damage to his turrets. And looks like Scion and Gangplank will try to defend that. And here's the 3 at top, though, and again, it feels like OhGodBears feels pretty confident defending this tower 3v4. Olaf's in there, but again, they have to be extremely careful every single time. And there's the 5 members of the team. They should go for this right now. It's 5v4. Of course, Shen will ult, but it's still a good time to go. They waste the stun on Alistar, which is a huge mistake. The Amiibo ultimate does catch a lot of people, but what can they do? Nothing, really, as the arrow comes in and snipes down on the OhGod. OhGod is dead, and so is Shen. Or not Shen, but basically everyone. Tarek is gone. Now it's just a Moo. Sion's dead. It's just a Moo and Gangplank, and they have no way of stopping this push right now. There's almost no way that they will survive this push anymore.
No, not really. I mean, that was a 3-for-0 exchange. We still have all CL Gaming up with those Baron buffs. We got blue, we got red, and now we're going to be getting towers and inhibitors. So only with Gangplank up, not going to be critting that Shen at all. And Ghetto Fabulous, he's just going to be sitting back here. The items on Ghetto Fabulous make me cry a little because he only has 3. And it makes me feel sorry for the little Emumu. But he does have the Aegis as well as the Heart of Gold. It's not going to help him at all as he gets focused down by all 5. But this is most likely the end of the game as we just lost both Nexus towers, and now it's going to be the Nexus itself with still a Ghetto, a Mumu, not around. So that's going to be game number 1 there.
All right, so let's see. What do we have here? So let me pull up the scoreboard again.
While you pull up the
Let's do some
scoreboard,
kill count checks.
we are going to have game number 2 coming up very quickly, as we want to get all these players into the next game ASAP, as we are, already behind enough. So let's go on to game number 2 here of the National ESL Regional Finals.